Hello, I'm going to be talking about Colorado arson, $3 million to hotel being built, no security fence, and no insurance was on the property. This company is trying to seek compensation from the insurance companies from someone burning this down. Uh, they didn't have any well lit light, and they didn't have any security fences. They didn't have any protective devices throughout the entire property. Um, as it keeps going on more in depth, um, so District of Colorado granted summary judgment to insurance company. On summary judgment, the parties seek clarity from this court on whether, under the policy, defendants' failure to maintain a protective device, a 6-foot fence enclosing the entire job site, which was listed in an endorsement and schedule attached to the contract. So this relieves that company's obligation to pay for the defendant's losses due to the fire. So that's pretty much the main reason why they're not getting compensated right there. It's in the contract, and they weren't able to. They didn't have that, so they're not going to be able to, get compensated for that. So they went through. They went through all the cases, and they started looking at the factual background, and they started going through and seeing what was not there. And so the factual background is that the city of Aurora, that's who started to do the investigation. And so they actually concluded that this was a human that did this. So that's how they found out that it was arson for this case. And then they started to the person who caused this fire wasn't an accidental, it was an intent to cause the fire. So they started to price it of the damage, and they had structure and property damage of about $3,000. So the company issued the defendants the policy covering the pearls during the course of construction were subject to terms and condition of the policy. So then they start looking at what's covered and what isn't on the contract. And so it says under the policy, the company is responsible for direct physical loss of damage unless the loss is limited or caused by a pearl that is excluded. So in this case, it wasn't excluded. So that's why they did not win this case, and that's why that the fire department, that was one of the legal lessons learned, is that fire departments should encourage companies to have well-lit areas, to have security fences, and to have cameras all around to be able to see what happened and to be able to be compensated for this happening. So I think that's the lesson learned here from this case, is that make sure that you have your security defenses up and your protective measures up so that when something bad does happen, you're able to be compensated for it. And in this case, they weren't. Thank you.